करे वराभयकरे सौन्दर्यरत्नाकरे निर्धूता किल घोरपावनकरे प्रत्यक्ष माहेश्वरे कालेयाचलवंशपावनकरे काशीपुराधीश्वरे भिक्षां देहि कृपावलम्बनकरे मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरे।
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I offer my humble salutations and prostrations at the lotus feet of Pujya Gurudev, Pujya Swamiji, and our revered Swamijis who have joined us today. Hari Om, dear devotees. Let us all invoke the grace of Lord Ganesha through Ganesh Vandana. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to our Bhumi Pujan of Chinmaya Annapurna, which symbolizes the groundbreaking ceremony for the start of our Nourish to Flourish project. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to all our online viewers who have joined us from all around the world. We have devotees who have been a part of our crowdfunding project, which recently concluded and aided us in the launch of this divine Chinmaya Annapurna program. To you, we accept our heartfelt gratitude for your continued support, and we look forward to keeping you updated on the progress of Chinmaya Annapurna. We have a 2-hour program which is planned for us today, which includes of traditional Vedic rituals, bhajans from our artists, good wishes and blessings from our Swamijis, as well as from various dignitaries from South Africa. So, please be a part of this whole program and do not miss this divine, auspicious start of Chinmaya Annapurna. To invoke the grace of Saraswati Ma, I humbly request Kavish Maharaj and team to kindly invoke Devi Ma within our hearts. Hari Om.
हाथ भी जब नहीं हिल सके, सांस भी जब नहीं पास हो, मौत भी हो सामने खड़ी, मुश्किल और हर सांस हो, मुझको वरदान दे, मुझको वरदान दे, माता माता सरस्वती, माता सरस्वती। मन के मंदिर में जलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती। मन के मंदिर में जलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती। मुझको वरदान दे, मुझको वरदान दे, माता सरस्वती, माता सरस्वती। गाने से भी तो यहाँ मिटता है दर्द प्राण का, मिटता है दर्द प्राण का। जिसको कहते संगीत हम, रूप है ये भगवान का, रूप है ये भगवान का। मुझको वरदान दे, मुझको वरदान दे, माता सरस्वती, माता सरस्वती। मन के मंदिर में जलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती। मन के मंदिर में जलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती। मुझको वरदान दे, मुझको वरदान दे, माता सरस्वती, माता सरस्वती। जब नहीं हिल सके, सांस भी जब नहीं पास हो, सांस भी जब नहीं पास हो। मौत भी हो सामने खड़ी, मुश्किल और हर सांस हो, मुश्किल और हर सांस हो। मुझको वरदान दे, मुझको वरदान दे, माता सरस्वती, माता सरस्वती। मन के मंदिर में जलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती। मन के मंदिर में जलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती। मुझको वरदान दे, मुझको वरदान दे, माता सरस्वती, माता सरस्वती, माता सरस्वती। सारे गा पा धनी धा पा धा प गरे नी परे रे ग म प म प धा प धनी धा पा प नि रे म प धा धा प गरे मगरे सा है आँख वो जो शाम का दर्शन किया करे, है शीश जो प्रभु चरण में वंदन किया करे। बेकार वो मुख है जो रहे व्यर्थ बातों में, बेकार वो मुख है जो रहे व्यर्थ बातों में। मुख वो है जो हरि नाम का सुमिरन किया करे। हीरे मोती हीरे मोती से नहीं शोभा है हाथ की, है हाथ जो भगवान का पूजन किया करे। मर कर भी अमर नाम है उस जीव का जग में। प्रभु प्रेम में बलिदान जो जीवन किया करे। ऐसी लागी लगन ऐसी लागी लगन ऐसी लागी लगन लागी लागी रे 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 लगन। वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी, महलों में बलि बन के जोगन चली, महलों में बलि बन के जोगन चली। मीरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी, ऐसे लागी लगन मीरा हो गई मगन। गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी, कोई रोके नहीं कोई थोके नहीं, मेरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी। बैठ के संतों के संग रंग मोहन के रंग मीरा प्रेमी प्रीतम को मनाने लगी। वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। महलों में बली बन के जोगन चली, महलों में बली बन के जोगन चली। मीरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन मीरा हो गए मगन। राना ने विष दिया मानो अमृत पिया। मीरा सागर में सरिता समाने लगी। राना ने विष दिया मानो अमृत पिया। मीरा सागर में सरिता समाने लगी। दुख लाखों सहे मुख से गोविंद कहे। मीरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी। वो तो गली गली हरि गुण। महलों में बली बन के जोगन चली, महलों में बली बन के जोगन चली। मीरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गई मगन। ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गई मगन। वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गए मगन। ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गए मगन। ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गए मगन।
नित्यानन्द करे वराभयकरे सौन्दर्य रत्नाकरे निर्धूता किल घोरपावनकरे प्रत्यक्ष माहेश्वरे कालेयाचल वंश पावनकरे काशीपुराधीश्वरे भिक्षां देहि कृपावलम्बनकरे मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरे।
Then when I coming here, I take the grocery and go, it lasts me for 1 month. So happy, and that one Swami is giving me more and more. More than 10 years I'm here, walk and come. Why I'm walking and coming?
Yes.
Because God will give me.
Yes,
I know the
yes.
Swami won't let me down. And when we enter here, I'm so happy. All of them come. You need help, bring chair and put for us. Who will do that? Nobody will do that. But this ashram is different from other.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so
God
much.
bless you.
God bless
We
you.
love you.
Thank
When we come here,
Yes.
I'm so happy. When I go home, I'm so happy. I sleep nice that night.
निर्मल मन कर दे प्रेमातुल कर दे निर्मल मन कर दे प्रेमातुल कर दे सबकी सबलमति हो ऐसा हमको वर दे 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 वीणा वादनी वर दे वर दे वर दे वर दे वीणा वादनी वर दे जय जय माँ 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 सत्यमयी तू है ज्ञानमयी तू है सत्यमयी तू है ज्ञानमयी तू है प्रेममयी भी तू है हम बच्चों को वर दे 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 वीणा वादनी वर
Thank you, Kavishji and team, for the most melodious bhajans and invoking the Divine Mother within our hearts. Dear devotees, it is our great fortune to be in the divine presence now of Pujya Swami Abhedanandaji, who is the spiritual head of Chinmaya Mission, South Africa. I now humbly request Pujya Swamiji to please come onto stage and inaugurate the ceremony by lighting the diyas. Thank you, Pujya Swamiji. Swamiji, may please seat. Thank you. For the past 16 years, Pujya Swamiji has been a beacon of light for the Hindu society in South Africa and all around the globe through Swamiji's online satsangs. Yet today, we see another manifestation of Pujya Swamiji's compassion through Chinmaya Annapurna. And it is through Swamiji's immense tapasya that our Annapurna Maya has manifested here today. Through this divine sankalp, over 2,000 underprivileged people will be nourished and flourished for countless generations to come. This sankalp has touched the hearts of countless devotees, and we are immensely grateful to Pujya Swamiji for giving us the opportunity to be a small part in this offering. To express our reverence, I humbly request Sri Manhar Mistry to garland Pujya Swamiji. Thank you, Manharji. We are also fortunate to have the brahmacharis and brahmacharis of Chinmaya Mission South Africa here with us today. We offer our pranams and would like to offer a bouquet to our brahmacharis. Brahmachari Abhijit Chaitanya, may please come to the front and receive. Brahmacharini Madhavi Chaitanya. Brahmacharini Koshiki Chaitanya. And Brahmacharini Gauri Chaitanya. Thank you, Pujya Swamiji, for giving us this opportunity to offer ourselves to the Lord. And we now humbly request Pujya Swamiji to bless us with a talk.
Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatana Shanvannoti Visidhasadanam Om Shri Mahaganapadaya Namaha Saraswate Namo Nityam Bhadrakale Namo Namaha Veda Vedanta Vedanga Vidyasthane Bhevacha Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. Salutations to you all. Pranam to Swamiji. Hari Om to all the dignitaries, Ashwinji. Hari Om. Acha, in the hall, light is there. Light is there, air is also there. Achha, we are giving light or we are using light? Using light. We are inhaling. Sun is giving light, we are using the light of the sun. We are using the breeze, you are using the earth, you are using the fire, we are using most of the things in this world we are using. What we give makes our life. What we take makes our living. When we stop making our life and we start making our living, then it is called sorrow. Sorrow is not a name of a situation. Sorrow is something where I am wanting more than what I am giving. Say yes. You have to keep on listening also. Because sometimes we don't listen. So one husband wife was there, and husband told the wife that women speak double the words than the men every day. Then wife said, because men don't listen. Then husband said, what? I didn't understand. So we have to listen also. This Chinmaya Annapurna, this is just an attempt. Nothing great about it. But we want to give back to the God who gave us so much. All of you will agree that your mother, your father, your teacher, they have made you what you are today, and they have made me what I am today. If you are a graduate, I always say, you have studied for 15 years and at least 75 teachers have worked on you. And if you have failed, so you can add 10, 15 more. So one person, his mind, at least 100 people must have made a graduate, whether you are a CEO, whether you are a doctor, whether you are an engineer. I have got a lot from everybody. Is it not an opportunity in our life to give back also? Any time when we are sad, understand that point, that this time I am thinking of getting more than what I am giving. Sadness is not the name of a situation. It's a psychology of getting more than what I am giving. And the moment you think I have to give, at that time you will be very happy. Forget what I am getting. And sometimes you'll say, that person I did so much and he did not give me. God has various ways to give you. He will give you to some other person. Many people in our life have given me whom I did not know also. Many times I have gone in the train and I had no tiffin also. Once I was going in a train in India and I was sitting and meditating. The family was there of at least 12 people. They opened the food. So I can smell nice puris and parathas were there. It was also meditation, challenge to meditation. And when they opened it, you won't believe. They said, this Mahatma is sitting. I think first we should give to him, then we should eat. But now you tell me, shall I break my meditation or continue? No, I did not break it. And maybe after 1 hour when I opened, they were all waiting for me. If Hari Om. Let us see how long this works. Huh? Okay, you can put. Yes, that's fine, thank you. If somebody whom you love in life, you know why you love? Because he has been a contributory in your life. He has been emotional contributory, financial contributory, spiritual contributory. The way to happiness is just to behave like God. Moment I drop down from the Godhood, sadness comes in. And who is God? Who is just loving, giving, serving. We care about the family of 4 or 5 people. God has created food for the worms also, for the snakes also, for the rat also. He takes care of everybody. He takes care that we get sufficient food, sufficient love also. You cannot say that you have not been loved. I can say that I have not loved. Not able to love is my sorrow. But I have also been loved. Say yes. We all have been loved a lot. You can see Puj Gurudev's photograph all around. Sometimes he used to hold my hand. Sometimes he used to embrace me. Even though I was not worthy of it also. Sometimes he used to ask me questions, sometimes give me replies. The moment I stop realizing this aspect, we fall from our glory. Human being is not to express his own small self. We are meant to express godliness. If any moment, and who is God? Even if you don't remember God, He will still love you. There is no more dearth of love. The love for wealth has taken the wealth of love. We are only money oriented, job oriented, only one family oriented. We have forgotten our dharma, we have forgotten the God, we have forgotten that something is called the global family is forgotten. Our own Hindu religion is forgotten. Our scriptures are forgotten. Our gurus are forgotten. Why to forget? If I forget, then how can I get back? So Chinmaya Annapurna, the project which is there, we did the Bhumi Pujan just now. And this is your project. We are here just to say to the community and say to the God, I want to, please allow me to serve you. Don't give me anything. Even don't give me a glance after I serve you. When saint was there, God came. He said, give me 2 boons. Boon number 1, I should have a very long shadow which should be behind me. Number 2, that shadow should touch maximum people and heal everybody. Number 3, I should not know who has been touched. So when we start wanting back, we fall down. I will do what my best is there. This is what the Annapurna will do. Here we will be feeding 2,000 people every day. Imagine that. And underprivileged people will be more, irrespective of caste, creed, etc. Let us see how it builds up. Now the kitchen itself will take 1 year to build. Such a sophisticated kitchen is there. Later on we will renovate all the halls and all these things. And temple will come up, Annapurna temple. Deviji will sit here with the ladle in her hand and feed everybody. You just see the magic in 2-3 years. Three, 4 years, everything will change. Lot of people will come. This will become the center and epitome of the Chatsworth people here. They will come here. And you can see. And the bhajan will be preceded, bhojan will be preceded by bhajan. Bhajan and bhojan should go together. Bhajan minus bhojan is equal to O. And O is the vomiting. It is not worth that life which doesn't have bhajan, remembrance of God. How will you be relaxed? Relaxation is not through watching film or to smoking. Somebody was there, he said, Swami, I want to relax. I said, how? He said, I will smoke. I said, see, don't make your mouth Agni Havan. Havan Kund don't make your mouth. Havan Kund is there. Let it be as it is. Relaxation is only by obliterating our small self. I am happy without anything. If you can say it 5 times every day, I tell you, it will change your life. People chant Ram mantra, Krishna mantra, Shiva mantra. I said, just say, I am happy without anything and everything. I don't need anybody. I have God with me. I am born to give. I am born to love. And especially the one who doesn't love me. Especially the one who has criticized me. I will love him more. Never mind. You know, if some organ is bruised, you take care more in your body. Healthy organ you don't touch. But if there is a pain, anybody criticizes you because he's in pain. Anybody doesn't like you because he's in a pain. The symptom of a painful person is not a lovable person. Moment you are happy person, you are the one whom you want to extend yourself. The process of self-extension is called loving. Don't be small. Moment I put a boundary line in ourselves, we become sad. Break the boundary line. Go ahead in the rocket and be in the sky and break one by one shells. As the rocket goes, it drops one after another fuel. There is a rocket fuel. What is it called? I don't know. 1, 2, 3 drops. And it goes up and up. Moment I stop dropping our own conditioning and smallness, we go high and high and high and high. So our life is meant to go high. And the height is, the godliness is there. Let us realize that Brahman, that self that we are. And make the world more happier place because of our presence. People should wait for me. They should not say, oh my God, good, he has gone. He is coming. Oh. Again he is coming. One, wife was there. She said, her husband came. He said, soon we are going to become 3. He said, very good. He said, no, my mother-in-law is coming. So that should not be there. He said, oh my God. So our life should be such that others should want. They should feel swajaneshu swaragya saubhagya phalahi charuta. Kalidas says in one of his places, the people around me should feel he is a gift from the God. He is not my karmphal. When they feel, this is called the spirit of Chinmaya Annapurna. The love inside will express as seva, service, surrender outside. Thank you. My time is over and still we'll have a bhajan. Again I will come back with all the dignitaries. We'll be seated here after some time. After some bhajan and the havan is going on. You continue with the bhajan. Continue. Hari Om.
There's so much to say about our ashram. From a very little girl, I am in ashram. And I am so happy and pleased what I get. I am so pleased with it. Now that I am a single person, I just lost my husband. And I am so pleased to be over here. And I am so happy. I don't even carry my packet in my hand. That's how blessed I am by coming to ashram. Everyone with a smiley face, they're always here and there for me or for anybody else. And I don't know how I must say thank you so much, Lord. Thank you so much, Swami, to be on my side and to help me. And it's not from today. Many, many, many years I am with Swamiji. And his speech, his talk is more than enough. It just fills us. And we're so happy. When we walk into this ashram, we are so like a free person. And after, you can say after a couple of months now, I am here because I just lost my husband. I just did my last prayer one of the days, and I am so happy. I know my way is open when I come to ashram. Thanks a million to the ones that who serves, who does their seva.
जब ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा, नाम हरि का जब ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा। बालापन में खेलिया खाया, आई जवानी मस्त रहा। सताया, खत पड़ा पछताएगा, फिर पीछे पछताएगा। नाम हरि का जब ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा। नाम हरि का जब ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा। जपना है सो जप ले बंदे, आखिर तू मिट जाएगा। जपना है सो जप ले बंदे, आखिर तू मिट जाएगा। कहत कबीर सुनो भय साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भय साधो, करने का बल पाएगा। जब ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा। नाम हरि का जब ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा, फिर पीछे पछताएगा, फिर पीछे पछताएगा। उद्धार करो दुर्गा, उद्धार करो दुर्गा। दर्शन हो माँ तेरे, सबकी अभिलाषा है। मन में रहो तुम सबके, तुमसे यही आशा है। दर्शन हो माँ तेरे, सबकी अभिलाषा है। मन में रहो तुम सबके, तुमसे यही आशा है। क्या मेरा क्या उसका, तुझे अपना पराया क्या। सतज्योति जला करके रोशन करो जग सारा, रोशन करो जग सारा। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। सत राह दिखा करके उद्धार करो दुर्गा, उद्धार करो दुर्गा। संसार तो माया है, कभी धूप कभी छाया है। एक दिन उसे जाना है, जो भी यहाँ आया है। संसार तो माया है, कभी धूप कभी छाया है। एक दिन उसे जाना है, जो भी यहाँ आया है। क्या रंग है जीवन का, क्या रूप है मानव का। तुम ज्ञान परा करके उद्धार करो दुर्गा, उद्धार करो दुर्गा। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। तुम विनती सुनो सबकी, कल्याण करो जग का। सत राह दिखा करके उद्धार करो दुर्गा, उद्धार करो दुर्गा, उद्धार करो दुर्गा। ओ बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम। उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी, उसकी शोभा है विष्णु में, उसकी शोभा है मोहन सी। तुलसी ने जब शीश झुकाया, धनुष बनी कान्हा की बंसी। राम ही माया राम ही जाने, कण कण में श्री राम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम। लिपट लिपट के राम चरण में, आंखों में गंगा जल भर ले। श्री राम तो क्षमाशील है, पापों को स्वीकार तू कर ले। श्री राम के चरण कमल बैठे बैकुंठ धाम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम। बोल बोल राम रमैया, जीवन फिर ना मिलेगा भैया। दुनिया तो रम चाल है मूरख, राम ही पार लगाए नैया। राघव के चरणों में ही तो पाएगा विश्राम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बनते बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्तों सिया राम। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल विष्णु की जय जय, उमापति शिव शंकर 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 की जय जय। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, 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 राधा रमन हरि गोविंद 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 बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल 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 बोलो। मुरली मनोहर, मुरली मनोहर, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज विहारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज विहारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज विहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरवर धारी, जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज विहारी। यशोदानन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जन यमुना तीर वलचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
This action is a double-edged sword. Why you act? Because you have vasana, you want to translate it into a situation. I had a money vasana, I wanted a house, I wanted, therefore I am working. While acting, what happens? You have a system in which you act. So you will have somebody whom you need people around to act with. And in that action, you like somebody. Somebody is very conducive to me. I was working and we both are on the same page. Up there, attachment builds up. Somebody, our pages are different. I don't. He opposed me, so I hate him. While acting only, you are working with hundreds of tens of people. Somebody will be not favoring your point. Somebody will be anti you. So you will not be happy. Maybe somebody does better work than you now. Jealousy will come. So any action has lot of complications. And worst complication is, tell me what is worse. You act, ultimately you increase your load of your impressions and vasanas. So you created a new fruit of action because you did with some expectation. Therefore, action is a very, very risky area because you develop aversion, you develop attraction, you develop calm, you develop krodh, you develop irsha, you develop ahankar, you develop new vasanas, you develop new births. Even if it is a ritual, because ritual also I am doing along with the sense that I will get the fruit. And whatever big fruit will come ultimately, that will die away and you will again be without that fruit. And any action absorbs you a lot and absorbs and expands. This is the nature of action. You started with one room. After one room, you wanted to build 2 rooms. Then I wanted to have additional washroom. Then I wanted to have swimming pool. Then I wanted to make another property. Then I wanted to open another business. And it is quite anxious giving. You get anxious. Though life goes and exhausts. What is self, what is Atma? Nothing is. What is Bhagwan, what is satsang, what is puja? Kuch nahi. I'm having a sandwich. Yes sir. Okay. Biscuit was dipping. Yes. Yes. Done. Yes. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. But why I have to work so much? Because you have your own vasanas. You don't rectify it. You have to work. Please don't want the end result of any situation through the work. Don't want the end result of somebody external person's happiness, end result of some money, end result of somebody's appreciation, end result of some going ahead with somebody, end result of I am bigger in his eyes, end result of I will be numero uno. When you have a wrong end result in your mind, you will have definitely tiredness with that. So when I am conscious of this fact, and I know that outside things will make my life complicated. Moment you become situationist, you are complicated life. You are making your life complicated. Situationist means who want a situation. Who wants a particular conducive situation, a very, very good, beautiful situation for his ego and for his attached areas. I want a situation for a devotee. I can. It is my gratefulness expression time. It's my thanksgiving ceremony. It is vote of thanks.
एक राम नाम के जप से हर कष्ट मिटे जीवन का, एक राम नाम के तप से पावन हो मन जन जन का। एक राम नाम के जप से हर कष्ट मिटे जीवन का, एक राम नाम के तप से पावन हो मन जन जन का। राम नाम बिसराते वो पग पग ठोकर खाते, जो राम नाम गाते हैं वो परम धाम पाते हैं। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, राम सिया राम जय जय राम। जो राम नाम नहीं गाते वो जीते जी मर जाते, जो राम नाम गाते हैं वो परम धाम पाते हैं। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, राम सिया राम जय जय राम। जग में हर बेरा पार लगाए, एक राम नाम का सुमिरन मन में उजियारा लाए। राम नाम ही जग में हर बेरा पार लगाए, एक राम नाम का सुमिरन मन में उजियारा लाए। जो राम नाम नहीं गाते भव सागर में फंस जाते, जो राम नाम गाते हैं वो परम धाम पाते हैं। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, राम सिया राम जय जय राम। जो राम नाम नहीं गाते वो जीते जी मर जाते, जो राम नाम गाते हैं परम धाम पाते हैं। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
नित्यानंद करे वरा भय करे, सौंदर्य रत्नाकरे, निर्दोता किल घोर पावन करे, प्रत्यक्ष माहेश्वरे। शालेयाचल वंश पावन करे, काशीपुराधीश्वरे। भिक्षां देहि कृपावलम्बन करे, मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरे।
Hari Om. Thank you, Kavishji, and our team of esteemed artists for the most melodious bhajans. It is said that music is a gift of God, and I'm sure we all felt the bliss of Bhagwan whilst listening to these bhajans. Dear devotees, do not miss to join us for the upcoming conclusions, and we will have an address by our respected Swamijis and honorary dignitaries. So please do join us for this remaining of our auspicious inauguration of Chinmaya Annapurna. Hari Om.
कैलासाचलकन्दरालय करे गौरी उमाशङ्करी कौमारी निगमार्तगोचर करे ओङ्कार बीजाक्षरी मोक्षद्वार कवाट पाटन करे काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपा नित्यानन्द करे वराभय करे सौन्दर्य रत्नाकरी निर्धूता किल घोर पावन करे प्रत्यक्ष माहेश्वरी लालेयाचल वंश पावन करे काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलम्बन करे मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी
समाज काफी बटा हुआ दिखता है. वेरी डिवाइडेड सोसाइटी इज देयर. किसी के पास धन ज्यादा है, किसी के पास नहीं है. किसी के पास ज्ञान ज्यादा है, किसी के पास कम है, किसी के पास नहीं है. तो जिसके पास चीज ज्यादा होती है
श्री गणेशाय नमः.
जिसके
ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. I offer my humble salutations and prostrations at the lotus feet of Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmaya Maharaj, feet of Bhagwan, feet of Pujya Swami Abhedananda, and all saints present this afternoon. I've learned from Ramayan Satsang of Swamiji this one chopai, Mudamangal me Sant Samaju, Jo Jagajangam Tirataraju. That where there's congregation of the saints, that place is happy, blissful, and that place actually becomes Tirt. So I start this formalities aspect of this program on behalf of this entire congregation, offering our humble pranams, the feet all the Swamis present. Your presence has purified this place, and your presence will ensure that the sankalp of this project is fructified. I record with appreciation, deep gratitude to our dignitaries present this morning. His Excellency, the Honorable Consulate General of India, Dr. Thelma John David, joined together by Dr. Ansuya Boligalia, representing the Vivekananda Cultural Institute. The CEO of the R.K. Khan Hospital, Dr. Linda Sabueka, our dearest and the respected President of the South African Hindu Mahasabha, Mr. Ashwin Trikumji, Ward Councillor of the area this project would work from, respected Mr. Daniel Logan Mia, Shri Ishwar Ramlachman, I thank you for gracing this event with your presence and time. To our respected priests, donors, members of various temples, devotees, friends, well-wishers present here today and online, on behalf of Pujya Swami Abhedananda and the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa, I offer my humble Hari Om. In 2015, the United Nations launched 17 Sustainable Development Goals because the leaders of the world felt that we had to change the way we are living in order to ensure that we remain a responsible society and a society that leaves a legacy for years to come. Very aptly, on this occasion, I remember goal number 2 set by the leaders of the world, that being of zero hunger. Zero hunger. The Chinmaya Mission and the United Nations are not new to each other. Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayanand Maharaj, in 1992, delivered a discourse at the United Nations under the theme, The Planet Under Crisis. And in this discourse, Pujya Gurudev spoke about the word called ecology. And Pujya Gurudev said, for the ecology of the world, we must split that word into echo and ology. And the echo is the echo of our own individual minds, thoughts, and emotions. Standing here today, I feel that Pujya Gurudev's grand vision, his sankalp, his teaching of oneness based on the principles of Vedanta, that has echoed into the universe and has come back as Chinmaya Annapurna. Feeding 2,000 underprivileged people a day is no easy task. But let us start the formalities by watching a short documentary about this project and its vision. Please, may we have the documentary.
Hunger and starvation is the prime issue in Africa, and South Africa is no exception. Every day, millions of people sleep hungry. Hunger is never an isolated problem. It holds in its womb the seeds of innumerable social and economic problems, which eventually cripples the growth of society and the country. Since the last decade, Chinmaya Mission South Africa has been a pioneer in providing all-round nourishment, be it physical, emotional, intellectual, or spiritual, to the people of South Africa under the guidance of Pujya Swami Abhedanandaji, the divinely dynamic spiritual head of Chinmaya Mission South Africa. Let us have a look at the massive community projects undertaken by Chinmaya Mission South Africa so far. Once every month, numerous underprivileged people from across the city were invited to the ashram, where they were fed breakfast and lunch in an environment of love and respect. This initiative attracted numerous devotees from across the city of Durban and South Africa as a whole. Soon, we could materialize Pujya Swamiji's vision by not only feeding the poor once every month, but we also started distributing hampers to these people to cater to their monthly basic ration needs. By the year of 2019, we reached the target of feeding and distributing hampers to around 150 needy families every month. Whilst this effort continued, another dedicated team of sevaks started the school feeding scheme. There are many schools across South Africa which have underprivileged children who go to schools without any lunch. Ours is one of the very few organizations who have reached out to such schools and provided free meals to these poor children. In this program, a group of volunteers visit one school every month, distributing hampers to the underprivileged children. Even the pandemic and social unrest in the country did not deter our enthusiasm and Pujya Swamiji's sankalp to help the community. Taking a giant leap forward under the visionary guidance of Swami Abhedanandaji, Chinmaya Mission South Africa has now embarked on a journey to feed 2,000 needy families daily through the grand project of Nourish to Flourish.
There are many people who are less fortunate, who don't have 2 squares meals a day also, who don't have somebody to love them also. Forget about teaching them. A healthy society is one which is like a big body. I am a part of the cosmic body. You cannot grow unless you make others grow. You cannot win unless you make others win. You cannot smile unless you make others smile. So Nourish to Flourish is a project. We are claiming to the person around in me, allow me to love you, allow me to serve you, allow me to respect you, allow me to understand you, allow me to embrace you. When I say you are my extension, that is called loving. All sadness is because I contract to my small wrong self. And all smiling is because I expand to somebody.
Let's take a look at this massive visionary project. Our aim is to support 2,000 underprivileged families in and around Durban with no means of livelihood by providing daily lunch. The program involves physically surveying and identifying families with needs. These families will be provided packed food through our dedicated food vans, which will drive across the city every afternoon. The food for these families will be cooked in the Chinmaya Annapurna premises, which will be equipped with high-quality industrial kitchen equipment, enabling the kitchen staff to cook for thousands of needy within hours. After acquiring the premises and successfully crossing the hurdle of obtaining the required permissions for this massive project, the renovation plan for the new premises and the construction of the new Annapurna temple is underway. Invoking the divine powers, 108 times Hanuman Chalisa is being chanted in the Chinmaya Annapurna premises daily.
Beauty in life lies in living above our own demands. Let us not be over-conscious of what I did not get. Let us be more conscious of what others could not get and I could have given them.
You too can be a part of this. Every noble intention provides a noble endeavor with the zeal to march forward with enthusiasm and divine vigor. This massive project too needs massive support in terms of physical volunteers and financial help. Every hand counts and every cent is valuable. Come forward and join us wholeheartedly to make this dream a reality. Chinmaya Mission South Africa is a fully audited, non-profit organization which offers tax savings via S18 certification. It's yours to nourish and yours to flourish. Please come forward and join us.
Today, we may have conducted the ground Bhumi Puja, or in Western words, the groundbreaking ceremony. But having watched that video, what I feel is more than the ground, we'll be breaking many things. We'll be breaking racial divides. We'll be breaking our own shells that we set as spiritual organizations. Because this is the place where we will all come together. We will serve and love everyone, independent of caste, creed, race, or religion. It is now my humble pleasure to invite on stage Pujya Swamiji, together with our dignitaries, to please join us on stage. I will call them one by one, and they may please come up, and thereafter they will each individually address us. Pujya Swami Abhedananda. His Holiness Swami Vedanand Saraswati, His Holiness Swami Chandrika Nanda Puriji Maharaj, Her Excellency Dr. Thelma John David, Consulate General of India, CEO of R.K. Khan Hospital, Dr. Linda Sabweka, President of South African Hindu Mahasabha, Uncle Ji, Mr. Ashwin Trikamji. Ward Councillor, Chatsworth, and dear colleague, Ward Councillor, Mr. Daniel Logan Mia. A round of applause for Uncle, who's also blown the shang so beautifully. As we saw in the video, this journey called Nourish to Flourish started in 2021 in Ram Navami, when Pujya Swami Abhedananda took that sankalp that the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa will feed 2,000 poor people every day. To achieve such a task, one needs infrastructure. And this hall we see here today, many of us know it. It is close to us because we've attended many events here. The Rajput Hall belongs to the Natal Rajput Association. Out of their love, I see many of the trustees are present. They chose to offer this property on a very long-term lease to Swami Abhedananda and to Nourish to Flourish. Let us give them a round of applause. But the bridge between the Chinmaya Mission and the Natal Rajput Association was none other than respected Mr. Ashwin Trikramji and the South African Hindu Mahasabha. It is my great privilege and pleasure to humbly request Mr. Trikramji to please address us at this juncture.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Saksha Param Brahma, Tasmai Shiv Guruve Namaha. To revered Pujya Swamiji, Abhedanandaji, to Swami Abhedanandaji, Sri Swami Nanda Maharaj, to Dr. Sobekwa, Councillor Daniel Logan Mayer, Dr. Thelma John David, the Honorary Council of India, and of course, Mrs. Ansuya Bulgaria. And dear sisters and brothers, there is a very famous Chinese philosopher, great philosopher, called Confucius. And one of his little pieces, which has captured my mind all my life, goes as follows. And Confucius says that when you feed a dying dog, it will never bite you back. That, my friend, is the difference that we all experience in life. Many years ago, in fact 5 years ago, we became aware at the South African Hindu Mahasabha that the Rajput Hall, where we are now, was experiencing a few difficulties in continuing to maintain it because of COVID, because of the economic conditions, and because the way venues of this type had evolved. At the same time, my brother Pavanji had spoken to me about Swamiji's vision about creating a venue, a center, where we could feed 5,000 people a day. And it was almost coincidental, a coincidence of Bhagwan, a coincidence of value, and a coincidence of sincerity that brought both the Chinmaya mission, headed by Swamiji, and the Rajput Association together. And today we are here to enjoy the fruits of that very initiative which brought the two organizations together. Swamiji, there are many, many endeavors and projects in South Africa which feed underprivileged people in South Africa. It's one of the biggest challenges, not only in the world, but particularly in our country. And eThekwini or Durban is no exception. But many of those endeavors are motivated by what you said earlier on when you were talking to us. They are motivated by egos. They are motivated by possible benefits at the end. And very soon they disappear. I have no doubt, Swamiji, having known you having had the privilege of sharing moments with you about how we can improve the lives of our brothers and sisters in this country, that Nourish to Flourish is going to become not just a name in the Chatsworth area, not just a project of success in this area, but it is slowly going to grow until it becomes one of the projects in the entire country. And I do hope that our good brother, Councillor Mayor, will try to persuade the eThekwini municipality to join this project, because this is basically what it's all about, serving the needs of the people and the underprivileged. So I am so delighted. I want to thank Swamiji, Pavanji, and the entire Chinmaya mission for having me here to be part of this wonderful project, exciting project, to be not only be part of it, to be here today and to share in the launch of the project. Thank you very much. Hari Om.
I humbly request Mr. Tikimji to please receive a token of appreciation from Swamiji. The Chatsworth community is a proud community. Its history stems from darker days of apartheid, transformed into brighter years of many, many successful individuals academically, spiritually, and professionally. One of the monuments of that success, that symbol of the spirit of the human being and of the heart that our forefathers gave us when they came from India, is the establishment of the R.K. Khan Hospital. Today, to share with us her emotions about the Nourish to Flourish project and her experiences working in the Chatsworth community, it gives me great pleasure to call on the respected Dr. Linda Sabueka, CEO of the R.K. Khan Hospital, to please address us. Doctor, please.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me to be part of your ceremony. I am deeply humbled to become a part of such a prestigious event. May God richly bless all of you. Greetings to all the dignitaries, the community that is here today. I must just say, all protocol observed. I am really humbled and feel honored because Chatsworth is one of the townships that I've been really scared of when I was told I'm going to come and work here, being a person who comes from a rural community. And I must say the warmth and the respect of the people here really bowed me over. I often believe that he who is free from westernization, free from colonization, is destined for greater heights, For not only do they believe in their tradition, believe in their own inheritance or their religion, but they also respect and maintain the value and the faith that it carries. In my own religion, it is said that love causes us to believe. And for whatever we boldly believe in, we must just ask in prayer, thankfully so, and firmly receive it. It thus shall be ours. And that is what I believe today is about. There is no formula to a successful prayer, but love and faith. And for this project, it's an excitement because it's a symbol of what I'm talking about. We have poverty all around us, and it is affecting healthcare, which is what I present and what I believe should be prioritized. Generally in our country, if you look around, less than 20% of our population is privileged to be able to afford a normal, comfortable life with all the perks of health care. And Chatsworth is one of those areas that is inundated and surrounded by poverty. And therefore, this program or this initiative by this organization is well received, as it will have positive impact on the overburdened healthcare system. Nutrition plays a vital role in the promotion of health, in preventing disease, and during the curative and the rehabilitative phase of healthcare. Thank you so much to the people who believed in doing such a project. This will impact mostly and the priority of the health programs that we do, which is maternal and child health. We often find kids and mothers that are unable to cope. If you read, one of the colleagues here spoke about the Sustainable Development Goals, and a country is measured by how the women and the children in that country live, because we all know mothers take care of those that are going to be groomed to be successful leaders. Therefore, your role will be much appreciated. I'm looking forward to the unfolding and the rollout of the project. We are recipients at the hospital sometimes of all the people that are thrown from the road, that live under bridges, and that come to hospital, and it is difficult to treat them. Not only are they coming from poverty-stricken communities, but they are also coming in with malnutrition, coming in with difficulty to treat them because their bodies cannot sustain the treatment that we want to give them, and therefore feeding will help to do so. I have faith that God will provide His divine guidance to those intelligent, willing, giving souls to make this project a reality. Your love is going to be a network of health, and it's going to be a network of nourishing the souls and the bodies that need to be healthy to drive economy and to drive healthy families. May God richly bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Linda Sobweka. Chinmaya Mission South Africa has its headquarters not too far from here in Road 703. Under Swamiji's guidance, the mission has grown and is now present in Johannesburg, Cape Town, and various communities of Durban. But here, together with our main ashram in Road 703, is where we operate strongly from in the Chatsworth community. We have very close relations with the Chatsworth community. In times of the flood, in the dark days of the unrest, the mission stood strong with the community to provide, protect. And we cherish and value this relationship we have with the communities around our ashrams. This morning, we are also privileged to have with us the ward councillor, respected Mr. Logan Mia, who represents this community, the Unit 7 Orina Park community, where many of us have grown up, played, and today worship. As a symbol of our appreciation to the community, we humbly request the ward councillor to please address us and share what his thoughts about the Nourish to Flourish project is. Ward councillor, please.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste, Namaskar, Vanakkam, Sani Bonani, and Molweni. Swamiji, Her Excellency Consulate General of India, Chinmaya Mission of South Africa, leadership, members of the public, and all protocols observed. Firstly, I would like to thank the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa for extending their invite, for allowing me to be present here today. Before I commence with my speech, I would like to start off by saying that as much as I am now a ward councillor, or rather a newly elected ward councillor for this area, I have many memories growing up and, watching Chinmaya grow from strength to strength. I've seen the transformation, I've seen how it's impacted in the community, and I must say I'm really honored and blessed to be seated here today amongst all of you guys. While sitting here this morning, there's a sense of divine energy from the Supreme Being, and irrespective of who you pray to, if all just connect to that peace, I think that divine energy can be shared in that room. So I thank you for that great energy this morning. Many South Africans go to bed day after day hungry, which has now become a norm in our country. While our country faces so many challenges, and one of them being the major hunger crisis, yet be assured that our city and our community show daily signs of hunger, which has now taken over. This initiative will become a beacon of hope, not just for Ward 73, but the rest of Chatsworth. Today is not about me. It's not about you. It's about those 2,000 and many other thousands of underprivileged people in our community that are crying and pleading for help. In our community, we note all those that go over and beyond their call of duty to be selfless, and we salute these great pillars of strength that makes a difference, and one of them is the Chinmaya Mission. I must applaud this initiative to nourish, to flourish, which aims to feed 2,000 people, and I know with the divine blessings of the Supreme Being that everything will go well. I'm glad that this initiative for the community will help contribute to nourish our underprivileged people. And in conclusion, I support this initiative as long as all procedures and protocols are followed accordingly. It's with great honor that we stand here today to serve the community of being selfless. So, myself as the ward councillor, together with Chinmaya Missions, we're going to obviously find a positive way going forward to ensure that we keep the benefit of the community. I thank you.
At this juncture, it is Swamiji's request that Dr. Ansuya Voligaria please join us also on stage to be seated. Please let's give her a round of applause. When we think of India, pride fills our heart. A sense of connection to the motherland, a sense of appreciation for our forefathers who made that bold step in 1860 to come to this land called Africa. The relationship between South Africa and India is historic, it's grand, it's deep, and it's always been with the spirit of collaboration and Ubuntu. I am extremely delighted to call on Her Excellency, Dr. Thelma John David, who will share her thoughts as in her role as the respected Consular General of India. I was very, very touched to watch on YouTube recently the Honorable President of India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, speak about a project called Shri Anna. In this project, and I'm sure Her Excellency will touch on it, flows and merges with exactly what we are trying to do here with Nourish to Flourish. The Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has a vision that people should not go hungry, like Swamiji. And one of the initiatives the Indian government is looking to is establishing a partnership, especially with Africa, places in the world, the supply of grains like millet. Later on, when you leave, you'll also receive, courtesy of Her Excellency, a millet laddu as her symbol of gratitude and belief in this vision of feeding and collaboration between India and South Africa. Without further ado, I humbly request Her Excellency to please address us.
Namaste, Namaskaram, Vanakkam, Saini Munani. Good morning to you all. First of all, let me thank Pujya Swamiji for extending this invitation to the Consulate General of India, Government of India's office here in Durban, to join in this wonderful initiative here in Chatsworth. Thank you, Swamiji, for enabling me to come here today. I'd also like to extend my honor and greetings to other Swamijis on stage and other dignitaries, all protocols observed. Let me first mention, Swamiji, is that this wonderful initiative of Nourish to Flourish has actually given me an opportunity to actually come in person to Chatsworth. And I humbly thank you for this opportunity that I could come here in person to join in this wonderful initiative. Chinmaya Mission is not a stranger to me. Growing in India and Kerala, Chinmaya Mission schools, and all its activities are well known to me, and I truly understand and honor the work that the mission is doing. And I want to commend Swamiji for bringing this mission and passion to South Africa and to bringing it to the people here in South Africa. Second, I'd like to speak a little bit as a doctor. When I was here in the last 1 year, I think our community stands for something that is selfless and a group of people who are always responding to the need around them. In the last few days, when I've had an opportunity to interact with various organizations, the same selflessness in reaching out to our brothers and sisters in need is being the continuous thought behind various activities. Indeed, I think it is the values and the tradition that our community and our culture has retained which enables it to give back to the community. And I think this wonderful initiative of Nourish to Flourish, which is under the Chinmaya Mission, will be yet another opportunity to showcase and to show to the world how the community reaches out to the people in need. It is not a strange thought in India where we for decades as an independent India have been reaching out to feed the poor, be it mothers and children under the maternal and child welfare programs, be it under the ubiquitous ration scheme in giving low-cost grain and other vital commodities to our people. It's been innate in us. It has only been further more displayed in the recent past when during COVID, when we did extend food aid to over 800 million of our citizens. I say this with all humbleness because during COVID, India not only reached out to serve its own people, but also to the others in need, be it Afghanistan, be it Sri Lanka or Maldives. Whenever there was a need, India was there by air, by ship, by sea, by land to reach out to them. It really brings to the point which my Honorable President mentioned during her Independence Day remarks to the nation. She highlighted the fact that empathy to the people around and to the people who are in need, be it our citizens or our brethren who we live with or the people around us, is what separates us and what keeps us going forward to the ultimate goal. In that spirit is what I wanted to share with you a few thoughts on what I think is rightly aptly named, because today is Annapurna. When you're giving food, it's called Sri Anna, or the millets in India. I take this opportunity to talk a little bit about millets because it's a grain, though it is commonly available across the world, in India and across the world. It was only when Prime Minister took up to address this as part of the International Year of Millets, taking it up to the United Nations, that the world truly understood that there were other food grains other than just rice, wheat, and maize. These three food grains are very commonly available, not because they are domestically or commonly grown, but because they are more conducive sometimes to mass cultivation. But these are often more water intensive, they need more fertilizers, and they are more susceptible to pests. I say all these three things because when you look at millets, which is another grain available, which is called the little millet or the barley or the sorghum, ragi, various names that it is known as. I think it is known as amabela here in South Africa. This little millet can grow in drought-resistant conditions. It needs very little water. It needs very little pesticides. At the same time, it is packed with nutrients. It is packed with good calories, which does not cause diabetes, good calories, which does not cause gluten issues. As a doctor, I'm sure Dr. Linda will appreciate this, is that when we talk about wheat and maize, we have lots of other issues which is associated with this. But with millets, it's a tiny grain packed with nutrients. So it's rightly called the Sri Anna, as it is named in India. This group of millets is, I believe, a way forward for a world that is faced with climate change, where there is so much of difficulties. With climate change, we have changing weather patterns. There is no predictability of water for our agriculture. The millets is a right solution for all of this. I take this much time to explain this because millets is not something which is strange to Africa. In fact, Africa produces 50% of the world's millets, but unfortunately, it is not so branded. So I hope that this year of millets that we are celebrating and the little millet laddu that you eat today will be able to help you connect to another source and another grain that you can explore in your kitchens. The world today is, I say with all humbleness, COVID, climate change, and conflicts has only made us realize that we need to be self-sufficient in many things. And it is an honor and privilege for India to partner with South Africa and its friends around the world to join together in many such initiatives where India brings solutions to the table. Today, when India brings millets to an international domain, when India brings low-cost vaccines to an international domain, when it brings toilets to the forefront of various issues, it is bringing solutions to the world. And be it occasions as United Nations or as next week as we are celebrating the BRICS Summit, I think it will be truly opportunities for our countries to come together and use these solutions for the world. Visit of Honorable Prime Minister next week to South Africa. The visit of Honorable President of South Africa later next month to India, I'm sure will strengthen the bonds of connection, the bonds of friendship between our two countries and help us take forward our partnership. It is indeed in the spirit of Ubuntu that where we are all together, and in the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, where we treat the world as one family, we will be able to join hands and do things for the people and the community we live in. With this, Swamiji, let me thank you for this wonderful initiative, which will feed the people here in South Africa. And I must say that, Swamiji, Daniel Logan has been part of our Know India program, and he had recently traveled to India. And we are so, I think as consulate, we are quite honored that he will be here to support you as a stakeholder here in this community. It is the connections of community, it is the connections of culture, It is the connections of a shared vision that we have that will help us address the various issues in the world. Once again, let me thank Pujya Swamiji and the people of Chatsworth for having me here and honoring our office for inviting us for this wonderful mission of Nourish to Flourish. Thank you.
Our scriptures teach us that communion with the saints is a fortunate experience and means Bhagwan is happy on us. It is my humble request this moment to request Pujya Swami Abhedananda Saraswati to bless us with a few words of his guidance and blessings. Pujya Swamiji.
Sankachadvam samvadhadvam samvo mananse janatam deva bhagam yatha purve sanjanana upasate Samano mantrah samitih samani Samanam mantram abhimantrayevah Samane navo havisha juhomi Om Shantihi. Revered Pujya Swami Abhedanandaji Maharaj, Pujya Swami Chandikanandaji Maharaj, our respected dignitaries, dearest sisters and brothers, my prem namaste to each and every one of you. Listening to all our dignitaries speaking about hunger, I close my eyes and I think, as an evolved species, in the 21st century, where we've climbed the technological ladder, gained so much, the fact that we have a hungry person is a crime. The fact that someone needs to beg for a morsel, for a grain of rice, in a land that is supposedly free, is criminal. And more so, my friends, the sad part is that unknowingly, we contribute and keep that alive. Our lifestyles contribute to keeping that disparity alive. We come to satsangs. We pray to the Almighty. We pray for strength. We pray for the welfare of others. We have this glorious term, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the whole world being one family. Yet, we still look at our own welfare first before the welfare of those around us. Our homes, many of us are filled with food, but just outside our door, there are those who have nothing. Nowhere to sleep, not a blanket to cover, not a shelter to be under. We are taught in school about Maslow's theory, hierarchy of needs. Right at the top, you'll find the need for food. I mean, think of ourselves if we come to satsang or we listen to a discourse and our stomachs are hungry. Will we listen to what is being said? Will we think of the glories of the Almighty when we have hunger pains? No. And therefore, it is such a blessing for me to be here with you, Pujya Swamiji, to have given an opportunity for each and every one of us to come together and serve and give back. To place our selflessness first. Pujya Swamiji has not given us just this opportunity, but has given us a blessing. And that is why I started with the mantra of unity, because the only way we can ensure that together this project will grow from strength to strength and truly flourish is if we come together, serve together, and help in every way possible to offer our support, whether it's by giving our time, giving our resources, giving our money, or just giving our guidance. But we all have an opportunity to ensure that Nourish to Flourish grows from strength to strength, and that from 2000, Swamiji, we can grow that number so that within not only the Chatsworth community, not only the KwaZulu-Natal community, but the South African community, as an example to the world, can lead to ensure that in this century, we not only speak about the goals of having zero hunger, but we're putting our money where our mouth is. Hands to action, and truly making it a hunger-free world in this 21st century. With all the blessings from the sannyasis of the Sannyasa Spiritual Council, we bless this initiative, and we know, Pujya Swamiji, under your guidance, it can only flourish from strength to strength. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
It is also a privilege to have in our presence His Holiness, Swami Chandrikananda, Pujya Swamiji. You may please address us.
Om Shivamastu Sarvajagatam Parahitanirata Bhavantu Bhutagana Dosha Prayantu Shantim Sarvatra Svivatu Loke. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Pujya Swamiji, respected honorable guests, leaders of religious organizations, sisters and brothers, the mantra that I just chanted says, may there be auspiciousness in the whole world. May each engage in doing good to others. May evil subside, and may there be happiness all around. So happiness can only be all around if there is absence of evil. And evil can only and each of us have to engage with each other in order that this evil can be reduced. And then only will there be auspiciousness, Ram Rajya. Otherwise, we will always be unhappy. Many years ago, Swami Abhedananda said that even if a dog in my country goes hungry, my country is not free. We load ourselves with the fact that we have obtained freedom, and yet there's poverty all around us. And what are we doing about it? In the Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna says that when God created this universe, along with it, He created sacrifice and said, let this be your cow of plenty. And he went on to say that working with each other and for each other, may you prosper. So as long as there is no this cohesion, there is no working together, there will be no happiness. Also in the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that he who eats without first offering it, he is a thief. Offering it to whom? To God. And where is this God? Is he, she, or it above us or below us? No. He, she, it is there among the poorest, the lowliest, and the lost. And if we do not do something to alleviate those in that situation, then, as the Gita says, we are thieves. Most of us are householders. And the dharma of a householder is to earn righteously, and share whatever he has earned with others. But how many of us do that? We believe that because it is our own spirit and our own energy that has gone into whatever we're doing, all that comes out of it belongs to us. And that is a misconception. So it is my prayer that this function today, this groundbreaking ceremony, this birth of the Nourish to Flourish project is not only successful here, but also influences other religious leaders who are present here today to start such little, at least to some extent, some project in your organization in order that we could alleviate the poverty that is present in Chatsworth as well as in other parts of South Africa. With this, I thank the Chinmaya Mission and Pujya Swamiji for having invited us here today to share with you some ideas on this idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Swamiji. Sometimes the Nourish to Flourish project, we say, is not a project. It is a flow. The flow of Ganga, the flow of love from a saint to those who need it most. But every Ganga must have a Gomukh where it starts from. And now it is our privilege, our honor, our fortune to go to the Gomukh of this very Sankalp, of this very vision called Nourish to Flourish, by requesting Pujya Swami Abhedananda to please bless us, guide us, and love us. Swamiji.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah, Om Shri Saraswati Namah, Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. You must be tired by now, I think. Everybody must be waiting when everything is over and we can go back and nourish ourselves. Just I'll take small time, will not take a lot of time. This story we tell to children in Bal Vihar. One day, all the demons went to Lord Vishnu and said, "You are always partial toward the Devatas. Why you are supporting them all the time?" So Bhagwan said, "Let's invite for lunch everybody." So Bhagwan invited Devatas and demons all for lunch. And he said, only one condition is there. You demons, one place, one hall, Devatas another hall. And condition is you have to eat without bending your hand. Ultimately, when the demons wanted to eat, they could not eat. They said it's a conspiracy against us by Lord Vishnu. He always does lots of mischief. And we are all trapped by his mischief. And ultimately, they end up in big fight. When it went to Devatas, they all were eating. You know how? By feeding each other. And this spirit has to be there. You know, whole cosmos is a body. We are a small part of this body. You know, you came here, when you go with the plate, the leg walks towards the dining hall. Now we'll walk after this. Don't go without eating. First let us eat ourselves, then we can feed. The leg will walk. After that, hand will take the plate. After that, hand will mix the food. After that, mixing it, it will feed to the tongue. Tongue will eat it. Teeth will munch it. Neck will swallow it. Stomach will digest it. After that, it will distribute to the whole body. I hope you got the message. We are a body. Don't act as an individual. Moment I become small, your sorrows will become big. Only way to have small sorrows is to become big inside. I cannot smile unless I make you smile. I cannot be happy unless I make you happy. All unhappy people are the one who are not making others happy. I may be sounding harsh, but that is my way. If I make you cry, I will also cry. If I hit, this hand will also have a pain. Say yes at least. Yeah. So, we can't neglect other body. You know, leg cannot say, I walk so much, but hand is doing the thing. Hand cannot say, I mix the food, but taste is of the tongue. Tongue cannot say, I munched it, but the stomach is having the whole. It cannot say like that. You cannot live happily unless you have given happiness to others. It's not a project, it's expansion of our heart. You know, you suffer from that person. We suffer from that person whom I cannot include in my life. Whose joy I cannot be joyous with. Whose sorrow I cannot be sorrow with. If I am not sad with your sadness, if I am not happy with your happiness, I will be an unhappy person. It is easy to be a big person, difficult to be a great person. Big person, very rich. Big person have big powers. Great person have big hearts. You know, you must have suffered more from those people who don't accept you. You have not suffered because of poverty. You have not suffered because of lack of education. We have suffered because somebody rejected me. Say yes now. Somebody was angry on me. Somebody had said bad thing about me. It was not, you want to tell to the person, I'm not that bad. Don't be so angry. I also want to love you. You know, when I was coming first time in 2006 in South Africa, immigration person one was there, please, I want to talk to you. He said, why are you coming to this country? Tell me one reason. Why you are there? And in my passport it was written religious worker. He said, already sufficient religion is there. Why are you coming? I said, see, I have one thing to say. I love you. He said, how you will love me? I'm a very angry person by nature. I said, even if you are angry, I'll tell you that I will not be angry on your anger. You can do anything, but I'll not be angry. He said, please come inside. Life is not about what I got from you. Life is more about how I can accept you. How I can accept the unacceptable person. How I can love the unlovable person. It is easy to love somebody who is loved by everybody. Have you loved somebody who is not loved by somebody? Our Gurudev used to say, don't add years to your life, add life to your years. Today, how many people we made smile? It is easy to make somebody cry. It is easy to make somebody depressed. It is easy to make somebody feel how bad he is. Have we made somebody smile also? Achha, you go somewhere, Somebody waits for you. You come out from somewhere. Are people sad when you go out of some place? That is the success of your living. Success is not that you have earned a lot of money. Billionaires are there. I have met billionaires. I have lived with millionaires and billionaires. Money has nothing to do with happiness. Your bigness of the house has nothing to do with the happiness. Your nice, beauty parlor where you go and get yourself trimmed and trained and what is it called? Threading and all these. It is not to do with happiness. Your hairstyle will not give you happiness. Your children, your family will not give you happiness for a long time. Happiness comes when I go out to give up my ego in front of you. And Swami Shivananda used to say, the best way of giving your ego is to go and serve somebody. Nourish to Flourish is such a project. We think I am nourishing somebody else. No, by giving you, I am nourishing myself. When I give something to you, it is not I am giving to you. Actually, I have given to myself only. I have not obliged. The one who has taken has obliged from. He has given me the joy of giving. He has given me the joy of expanding. So please, come forward. This project will take, at least the kitchen will take 1 year because it's a very sophisticated kitchen for 5,000, 4,000 people. It will take some time. But can you pledge? At least you will give 1 hour in 1 week. You come here. And let us see what we can do. A lot of seva may be required. But if I give little time, let us identify. Let us break the walls that we build inside. And we'll all improve slowly. I thank you all for coming. And thank our Swamijis there, our dignitaries here. All of you have a lot of love for the mission. And for me in particular, I appreciate you are part of my family. And I love to see you in the ashram. And I also told Digam, you also that. You and to Dr. Thomas also. So thank you all. And keep on smiling. We have to learn to be happy in spite of difficulties. There is no life which has no difficulties. Our Swami Chinmayanji, somebody went to him and he said, Swamiji, is there a possibility that my life has no challenge? He said, yes, there is a possibility. He was very happy. He said, how? He said, you die. There is nothing called challenges like. There is nothing called cold fire. There is nothing called hot ice. There is nothing called problem-free life. But I tell you, when you identify with the bigger problems of the world, your problem will appear small. Many people are not able to sit. You go to the hospital. Many people are not able to breathe today. Many people have lost their sons and daughters today. What? Their problem is bigger or our problem is bigger? Many people lost three members in the family in COVID. Many people lost their young children in accident. We think my problem is very big. Many have crippled. Many have lost their eyes and ears. Many have been burnt. They are living somehow. Acid, somebody has thrown acid on them. Still they eat, still they smile. Our sorrows are very small. We think our sorrows are very big. Our sorrows are very small. You have a lot. Your parents gave you love. Your teachers gave you love. Your community gave you love. How much love you gave to the community? Before dying, when Yamraj comes, you should say, hello Yamraj, how are you? I'm ready today because the purpose for which I came in this world is fulfilled. Thank you very much. This we should tell Yamraj, I'm not saying to you. So, I should be happy that I have lived a complete life. I have given my money to plenty. I have given love to plenty. I had never any bad wishes for anybody in this world. You can wish bad for me, but still I will love you. This was the character of Bhagwan Ram. This is called saintliness. You know who holds the family? Not the antique piece like this. One person went to antique pieces shop and you know what he said? Anything new? Antique piece don't hold the house. Money don't hold the house. House is held by a saintly mother, saintly father, saintly grandfather. That is the one we need. Saint may not be in clothes like me, akarob. He can be in pant and shirt. He can be in suit. He can be in jeans. But he should feel for me. I was in pain. You know why you came here? Not because you wanted anything. You wanted to share your love with me and with the Chinmaya mission. That was your incentive. And that's why you came. So I thank you all once more. And you are very much invited to the Chinmaya mission of South Africa. We will again meet sometime, but we all have to come together, laugh together, love together. Then we combined way we can go out and wipe the tears of many and plant a beautiful smile on all faces. Thank you all. This is the Nourish to Flourish. We will flourish when we nourish others. I told you, all sad people are not giving joy. You are not happy. When I was unhappy, my Gurudev used to say, you go and give joy. Go, others make smile. Nothing is there. Take a piece of bread and roti, feed it to somebody in your house only. I'm not saying anything else. Feed to your wife only who is not happy. Or feed to your husband only. Do something. Go out and take a handkerchief and give it to somebody. Or somebody is crying. Please wipe somebody's face also once in a time. We feed ourselves 100 times a day. This hand goes to the mouth. Once it has gone to somebody else's mouth. If it goes, we become not human being. Become great person. When our heart is big. Thank you. Time has gone. Aarti has to be there. All the dignitaries and our Swamis, I love you all and you are a part of my life. Hari Om.
Thank you, Pujya Swamiji. Swamiji, in this Sankalp today, there were two hands. I feel the top hand is your vision. The bottom hand has to be our support as a community. You have given us an opportunity here today. I don't think to serve others, but actually to make my journey fulfilling. We are ever indebted to you, Pujya Swamiji, and we are here at your feet to always serve you. You may be wondering what's next. Well, we will start with construction soon in the next few weeks. And like Swamiji said, that will take us approximately a year to finish. And in phase 1, we are building the kitchen to feed at least 2,000 people a day. It is going to be on my right. So if you go to the right of the hall where we did the Bhumi Puja, you can have a look at the area and have a look. Because when you come next year, you'll feel proud. Feel proud as a Hindu, feel proud as a South African, like Swamiji said, that I was part of something wow. We will now do Aarti as our appreciation to Bhagwan. Like Swamiji says, he's given us everything. Thereafter, I humbly request that we allow the Pujya Swamijis, the dignitaries to exit the hall. We will then all proceed to the dining hall at the bottom. And on your exit, you will receive a pack which has Prasad Pustika and the Prasad from the Puja and the Mullet Laddu sent by Her Excellency's office. And most importantly, we leave with a sense of, I want to be part of Nourish to Flourish. I thank you. We'll now have Aarti. Sorry, we'll have a group photo before that.
ओम ज्वालामालिन्ये नमः रत्नेश्वर्ये नमः सर्वोपचारार्थे गंधाजलपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। बोली राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय दीन